69 meets Interstate 81 at exit 33. Afterwards, the highway leaves the village and re-enters the town, crossing through more farmlands and lakes. Route 69 intersects with more county roads as it heads eastward towards Amboy Center. Route 69 begins curving to the southeast and enters the Amboy hamlet of Amboy Center, where it intersects with New York 183. Also present in Amboy Center are two county roads. Route 69 continues southeast, this time towards Camden, which is in Oneida County. Route 69 enters Camden, where it becomes concurrent with New York 13 in the center of the village. Route 69 and 13 split, and 69 continues out of downtown Camden. Route 69 enters Ansville and Taberg, where it intersects with a couple of county roads. Route 69 continues to the southeast towards Rome as Rome-Taberg Road. The highway quickly enters Rome and becomes concurrent with routes 49 and 46 on the southwestern section of the city. The three routes pass to the south of Liberty Gardens, an attraction in Rome. The three routes head southward, intersecting with New York 26, and Route 46 turns off. Routes 49 and 69 head southward and become concurrent with Route 365. Route 69 turns off after a short distance along New York 365 and continues to the southeast as Rome-Oriskany Road. Route 49 parallels the southeastern moving route to the north away from the city of Rome. Route 69 enters Oriskany, where it intersects with New York 291. The highway heads southward, entering Whitesboro, passing its local fire department Memorial Park and crossing the New York State Thruway. Route 69 terminates at an interchange with New York 5A in Yorkville. History. Most of what is now New York 69 was originally designated as part of Route 28, an unsigned legislative route, by the New York State Legislature in 1908. Route 28 began in Utica and followed modern New York 5A and New York 69 to Whitesboro, where it crossed the Mohawk River on current New York 291 and headed west to Rome on River Road, former New York 49. Route 28 rejoined modern New York 69 west of Rome and followed it through Camden to Collis. Here, Route 28 turned north onto what is now U.S. Route 11 to meet Route 30, now New York 104, in Maple View. When the first set of posted routes in New York were assigned in 1924, all of legislative Route 28 was designated as part of New York State Route 11, an east-west highway extending from Oswego to Utica. From Oswego to Collis, New York 11 overlapped with New York 2 and New York 3, now US 11 and New York 104, respectively. The route was truncated to New York 2 in Collis on its western end by 1926. In 1927, the entirety of New York 2 was redesignated as part of the new US Route 11. To eliminate duplication, all of New York 11 was renumbered to New York State Route 76. This route remained intact up to the 1930 renumbering of state highways in New York when New York 76 was split into several routes. East of Rome, the former routing of New York 76 became an eastward extension of New York 49 from Rome to Marcy. Between Marcy and Utica, Old New York 76 was incorporated into the new New York 12C. West of Rome, Old New York 76 was renumbered to New York 69. At the time, modern New York 69 from Mexico to Collis was unnumbered while the portion of current New York 69 between Rome and Utica was part of New York 5s, an alternate route of New York 5 assigned as part of the renumbering. From Whitesboro to Utica New York 5s and New York 12C were concurrent. New York 69 was extended a short distance westward to its present western terminus at then U.S. Route 104, now New York 104, in Mexico c. 1940. It was extended eastward in the early 1940s when New York 5s was truncated to its present western terminus in downtown Utica. The former routing of New York 5s from Rome to Genesee Street in downtown Utica became part of New York 69. East of Whitesboro New York 69 overlapped New York 12C, east of Yorkville New York 69 also overlapped New York 5A. The overlaps between New York 5A, New York 12C, and New York 69 in Utica were eliminated on January 1, 1970, when New York 69 was truncated to its current eastern terminus in Yorkville and the New York 12C designation was eliminated. Major intersections. New York 69A. New York 69A is a 2.04-mile long, 3.28 kilometers, spur connecting New York 69 to the hamlet of Hastings in Oswego County. The two-lane route begins at US 11 in Hastings and heads northeast to Parrish, where it ends at New York 69. It was assigned C 1931. See also US Roads Portal. References. External links. New York State Route 69 at Alps Roads, New York routes. In statistical mechanics, the Potts model, a generalization of the Ising model, is a model of interacting spins on a crystalline lattice. By studying the Potts model, one may gain insight into the behavior of ferromagnets and certain other phenomena of solid-state physics. The strength of the Potts model is not so much that it models these physical systems well, it is rather that the one-dimensional case is exactly solvable, and that it has a rich mathematical formulation that has been studied extensively. The model is named after Renfrew Potts, who described the model near the end of his 1951 PhD thesis. The model was related to the planar Potts or clock model, which was suggested to him by his advisor, Cyril Dahm. The four-state Potts model is sometimes known as the Ashkin-Teller model, after Julius Ashkin and Edward Teller, who considered an equivalent model in 1943. The Potts model is related to, and generalized by, several other models, including the XY model, the Heisenberg model and the N-vector model. The infinite range Potts model is known as the KC model. When the spins are taken to interact in a non-abelian manner, the model is related to the flux tube model, which is used to discuss confinement in quantum chromodynamics. Generalizations of the Potts model have also been used to model grain growth in metals, coarsening in foams, and statistical properties of proteins. A further generalization of these methods by James Glazier and François Grainer, known as the cellular Potts model, has been used to simulate static and kinetic phenomena in foam and biological morphogenesis. Definition. Vector Potts model. The Potts model consists of spins that are placed on a lattice. The lattice is usually taken to be a two-dimensional rectangular Euclidean lattice, but is often generalized to other dimensions and lattice structures. Originally, Dahm suggested that the spin takes one of q \q possible values, distributed uniformly about the circle, at angles theta s equals 2 pi s q \theta underscore s equals frac 2 pi sq comma, where s equals 0 1 q 1 s equals 0 comma 1 q1, and that the interaction Hamiltonian is given by h c equals j c sigma I j cos theta s I theta s j h underscore c equals j underscore c sum underscore Langley ij wrangle cos left theta underscore s underscore I dash theta underscore s underscore j right, with the sum running over the nearest neighbor pairs I j Langley ij wrangle over all lattice sites, and j c j underscore c is a coupling constant, determining the interaction strength. This model is now known as the vector Potts model or the clock model. Potts provided the location in 2 dimensions of the phase transition for q equals 3, 4. Backslash display style q equals 3, 4. In the limit q rightward arrow infinity backslash display style q backslash to backslash infinity. This becomes the XY model. Standard Potts model. What is now known as the Standard Potts model was suggested by Potts in the course of his study of the model above and is defined by a simpler Hamiltonian. H P equals J P sigma I J delta S I S J backslash display style H underscore P equals J underscore P backslash sum underscore IJ backslash delta S underscore IS underscore J backslash comma, where delta S I S J backslash display style backslash delta S underscore IS underscore J is the Kronecker delta, which equals 1 whenever S I equals S J backslash display style S underscore I equals S underscore J and 0 otherwise. The Q equals 2 backslash display style Q equals 2. Standard Potts model is equivalent to the Ising model and the two-state vector Potts model, with J P equals 2 J C backslash display style J underscore P equals dash 2 J underscore C. The Q equals 3 backslash display style Q equals 3. Standard Potts model is equivalent to the three-state vector Potts model, with J P equals 3 2 J C backslash display style J underscore P equals dash backslash frac 3 2 J underscore C. Generalized Potts model. A generalization of the Potts model is often used in statistical inference and biophysics, particularly for modeling proteins through direct coupling analysis. This generalized Potts model consists of spins that each may take on Q backslash display style Q states S I set membership symbol 1 Q backslash display style S underscore I backslash in backslash 1 backslash dots Q backslash with no particular ordering. The Hamiltonian is H equals sigma I J J I J S I S J plus sigma I H I S I backslash display style H equals backslash sum underscore IJ J underscore IJ S underscore IS underscore J plus backslash sum underscore IH underscore I S underscore I, comma, where J I J K K backslash display style J underscore IJ KK is the energetic cost of spin I backslash display style I being in state K backslash display style K while spin J backslash display style J is in state K backslash display style K and H I K backslash display style H underscore I K is the energetic cost of spin I backslash display style I being in state K backslash display style K. Note J I J K K equals J J I K K backslash display style J underscore IJ KK equals J underscore G KK. This model resembles the Sherrington-Kirkpatrick model in that couplings can be heterogeneous and non-local. There is no explicit lattice structure in this model. Physical properties. Phase transitions. Despite its simplicity as a model of a physical system, the Potts model is useful as a model system for the study of phase transitions. For example, for the standard ferromagnetic Potts model in 2D \display style 2D. A phase transition exists for all real values q greater than or equal to 1 \display style q \gc1 with the critical point at beta j equals log 1 plus q \display style beta j equals log 1 plus sqrtq. The phase transition is continuous, second order, for 1 less than or equal to q less than or equal to 4 display style 1 lec q lec 4, and discontinuous, first order, for q 4 display style q4. For the clock model, there is evidence that the corresponding phase transitions are infinite order BKT transitions, and a continuous phase transition is observed when q less than or equal to 4 display style q lec 4. Further use is found through the model's relation to percolation problems and the two-tay and chromatic polynomials found in combinatorics. For integer values of q greater than or equal to 3 display style q gc3. The model displays the phenomenon of interfacial adsorption with intriguing critical wetting properties when fixing opposite boundaries in two different states. Relation with the random cluster model. The Potts model has a close relation to the Fortuyn-Castellin random cluster model, another model in statistical mechanics. Understanding this relationship has helped develop efficient Markov chain Monte Carlo methods for numerical exploration of the model at small q display style q, and led to the rigorous proof of the critical temperature of the model. At the level of the partition function z p equals sigma s I e h p display style z underscore p equals sum underscore s underscore I e caret h underscore p. The relation amounts to transforming the sum over spin configurations s I display style s underscore I into a sum over edge configurations omega equals I j s I equals s j display style omega equals big ij big s underscore I equals s underscore j big i.e. sets of nearest neighbor pairs of the same color. The transformation is done using the identity E j p delta s I s j equals 1 plus v delta s I s j with v equals E j p 1 display style E caret j underscore p delta s underscore I s underscore j equals 1 plus v delta s underscore I s underscore j to add text with to add v equals E caret j underscore p dash 1 . This leads to rewriting the partition function as z p equals sigma omega v hashtag edges omega q hashtag clusters omega backslash display style z underscore p equals backslash sum underscore backslash omega v caret backslash hashtag backslash text edges backslash omega q caret backslash hashtag backslash text clusters backslash omega, where the FK clusters are the connected components of the union of closed segments. Union set symbol I J, set membership symbol omega I J, backslash display style backslash cup underscore IJ backslash in backslash omega IJ. This is proportional to the partition function of the random cluster model with the open edge probability. P equals V 1 plus V equals 1 E J P backslash display style P equals backslash frac V1 plus V equals 1 E caret J underscore P. An advantage of the random cluster formulation is that Q backslash display style Q can be an arbitrary complex number, rather than a natural integer. Alternatively, instead of FK clusters, the model can be formulated in terms of spin clusters, using the identity E J P delta S I S J equals 1 delta S I S J plus E J P delta S I S J backslash display style E caret J underscore P backslash delta S underscore I S underscore J equals 1 dash backslash delta S underscore I S underscore J plus E caret J underscore P backslash delta S underscore I S underscore J backslash. A spin cluster is the union of neighboring FK clusters with the same color. Two neighboring spin clusters have different colors, while two neighboring FK clusters are colored independently. Measure theoretic description. The one-dimensional Potts model may be expressed in terms of a subshift of finite type, and thus gains access to all of the mathematical techniques associated with this formalism. In particular, it can be solved exactly using the techniques of transfer operators. However, Ernst Ising used combinatorial methods to solve the Ising model, which is the ancestor of the Potts model, in his 1924 PhD thesis. This section develops the mathematical formalism, based on measure theory, behind this solution. While the example below is developed for the one-dimensional case, many of the arguments, and almost all of the notation, generalizes easily to any number of dimensions. Some of the formalism is also broad enough to handle related models, such as the XY model, the Heisenberg model and the n-vector model. Topology of the space of states. Let Q equals 1, Q be a finite set of symbols, and let Q Z equals S equals S 1 S 0 S 1 S K. Set membership symbol Q turned A K. Set membership symbol Z backslash display style Q caret backslash math Z equals backslash S equals backslash L dots S underscore dash 1 S underscore 0 S underscore 1 comma backslash L dots S underscore K backslash in Q backslash for all K backslash in backslash math Z backslash be the set of all bi-infinite strings of values from the set Q. This set is called a full shift. For defining the Potts model, either this whole space, or a certain subset of it, a subshift of finite type, may be used. Shifts get this name because there exists a natural operator on this space, the shift operator tau, qz rightward arrow qz, acting as tau s k equals s k plus 1 backslash display style backslash tau s underscore k equals s underscore k plus 1. This set has a natural product topology. The base for this topology are the cylinder sets C, M, psi, 0, psi, k, equals S. Set membership symbol Q, Z, S, M, equals psi, 0, S, M, plus K, equals psi, K. Display style C underscore M \11 underscore 0 comma \L dots \11 K equals \S in Q caret \math Z S underscore M equals \11 underscore 0 comma \L dots S underscore M plus K equals \11 underscore K \. That is, the set of all possible strings where K plus 1 spins match up exactly to a given, specific set of values xi0, xi-k. Explicit representations for the cylinder sets can be gotten by noting that the string of values corresponds to a QADIC number, however the natural topology of the QADIC numbers is finer than the above product topology. Interaction energy. The interaction between the spins is then given by a continuous function v, qz rightward arrow r on this topology. Any continuous function will do, for example, v s equals j delta s 0 s 1 display style v s equals j delta s underscore 0 s underscore 1 will be seen to describe the interaction between nearest neighbors. Of course, different functions give different interactions, so a function of S0, S1, and S2 will describe a next nearest neighbor interaction. A function V gives interaction energy between a set of spins. It is not the Hamiltonian, but is used to build it. The argument to the function V is an element S set membership symbol QZ, that is, an infinite string of spins. In the above example, the function V just picked out two spins out of the infinite string, the values S0 and S1. In general, the function V may depend on some or all of the spins. Currently, only those that depend on a finite number are exactly solvable. Define the function Hn, qz rightward arrow r as h n s equals sigma k equals 0 n v tau k s display style h underscore n s equals sum underscore k equals 0 caret nv tau caret ks. This function can be seen to consist of two parts: the self energy of a configuration S0, S1, Sn of spins, plus the interaction energy of the set and all the other spins in the lattice. The n rightward arrow infinity limit of this function is the Hamiltonian of the system. For finite n, these are sometimes called the finite state Hamiltonians. Partition function and measure. The corresponding finite state partition function is given by z n v equals sigma s 0 s n. Set membership symbol q exp beta h n c 0 s 0 s 1 s n display style z underscore n v equals sum underscore s underscore 0 comma l dots s underscore n in q exp dash beta h underscore n c underscore 0 s underscore 0 s underscore 1 comma l dots s underscore n, with C0 being the cylinder sets defined above. Here, beta equals 1/kt, where k is the Boltzmann constant, and T is the temperature. It is very common in mathematical treatments to set beta equals 1, as it is easily regained by riscaling the interaction energy. This partition function is written as a function of the interaction V to emphasize that it is only a function of the interaction, and not of any specific configuration of spins. The partition function, together with the Hamiltonian, are used to define a measure on the Borel sigma algebra in the following way: the measure of a cylinder set, i.e. an element of the base, is given by mu c k s 0 s 1 s n equals 1 z n v exp beta h n c k s 0 s 1 s n display style mu c underscore k s underscore 0 s underscore 1 comma l dots s underscore n equals frac 1 z underscore n v exp dash beta h underscore n c underscore k s underscore 0 s underscore 1 comma l dots s underscore n. One can then extend by countable ad dvd to the full sigma algebra. This measure is a probability measure. It gives the likelihood of a given configuration occurring in the configuration space QZ. By endowing the configuration space with a probability measure built from a Hamiltonian in this way, the configuration space turns into a canonical ensemble. Most thermodynamic properties can be expressed directly in terms of the partition function. Thus, for example, the Helmholtz free energy is given by A n v equals k t log z n v display style A underscore n v equals kt log z underscore n v. Another important related quantity is the topological pressure, defined as p v equals lim n rightward arrow infinity 1 n log z n v display style p v equals lim underscore n to infinity frac 1 n log z underscore n v, which will show up as the logarithm of the leading eigenvalue of the transfer operator of the solution. Free field solution. The simplest model is the model where there is no interaction at all, and so V equals C and Hn equals C, with C constant and independent of any spin configuration. The partition function becomes Z n C equals E C beta sigma S 0 S n. Set membership symbol Q 1 display style Z underscore n C equals E caret C beta sum underscore S underscore 0 comma l dots S underscore n in Q1. If all states are allowed, that is, the underlying set of states is given by a full shift, then the sum may be trivially evaluated as Z n C equals E C beta Q n plus 1 display style Z underscore n C equals E caret C beta Q caret n plus 1. If neighboring spins are only allowed in certain specific configurations, then the state space is given by a subshift of finite type. The partition function may then be written as Z n C equals E C beta fix tau n equals E C beta tr a n display style Z underscore n C equals E caret C beta box fix comma tau caret n equals E caret C beta box tra caret n. where card is the cardinality or count of a set, and fix is the set of fixed points of the iterated shift function. Fix tau n equals s. Set membership symbol q z tau n s equals s. Display style box fix comma tau caret n equals s in q caret math z colon tau caret n s equals s . The q times q matrix A is the adjacency matrix specifying which neighboring spin values are allowed. Interacting model. The simplest case of the interacting model is the Ising model, where the spin can only take on one of two values, S and set membership symbol 1, 1, and only nearest neighbor spins interact. The interaction potential is given by V sigma equals J P S 0 S 1 display style V sigma equals J underscore P S underscore 0 S underscore 1 comma. This potential can be captured in a 2 times 2 matrix with matrix elements. M sigma equals exp beta J P sigma display style M underscore sigma equals exp left beta J underscore P sigma right. With the index sigma set membership symbol 1, 1. The partition function is then given by Z N V equals TR M N display style Z underscore N V equals box TR M caret N. The general solution for an arbitrary number of spins, and an arbitrary finite range interaction, is given by the same general form. In this case, the precise expression for the matrix M is a bit more complex. The goal of solving a model such as the Potts model is to give an exact closed-form expression for the partition function and an expression for the Gibbs states or equilibrium states in the limit of n rightward arrow infinity, the thermodynamic limit. Applications. Signal and image processing. The Potts model has applications in signal reconstruction. Assume that we are given noisy observation of a piecewise constant signal G in Rn. To recover G from the noisy observation vector F in Rn, one seeks a minimizer of the corresponding inverse problem, the LP Potts functional P gamma, U, which is defined by P gamma U equals gamma U 0 plus U F P equals gamma hashtag I U I is not equal to U I plus 1 plus sigma I equals 1 N U I F I P display style P underscore gamma U equals gamma nabla U underscore 0 plus UF underscore P caret P equals gamma hashtag IU underscore I NEC U underscore I plus 1 plus sum underscore I equals 1 caret NU underscore IF underscore I caret P. The jump penalty U 0 display style nabla U underscore 0 forces piecewise constant solutions and the data term U F P display style UF underscore P caret P couples the minimizing candidate U to the data F. The parameter gamma 0 controls the trade-off between regularity and data fidelity. There are fast algorithms for the exact minimization of the L1 and the L2 Potts functional. In image processing, the POTS functional is related to the segmentation problem. However, in 2 dimensions the problem is NP-hard. See also Random Cluster Model, Critical 3-State POTS Model, Chiral POTS Model, Square Lattice Ising Model, Minimal Models, ZN Model, Cellular POTS Model. References. External links. Haggard, Gary, Pearce, David J., Royal, Gordon. Code for efficiently computing Tutte, chromatic, and flow polynomials.
Emanuele Paterno, 9th Marquess of Sessa, was an Italian chemist and politician and is credited with the discovery of the Paterno-Bucci reaction. Biography. He was born in Palermo in 1847 as the Marquess of Sessa, in a branch of the House of Paterno. Emanuele's father, Giuseppe, took part in the Sicilian Revolution of 1848. When the Bourbons returned to power, he was sentenced to exile, and much of his assets were confiscated. Paterno and his family moved to Alexandria, Egypt. There, in 1858, Giuseppe Paterno died, and Emanuele and his mother moved to Genoa, where they were welcomed by Emanuele's uncle, also dedicated to the cause of Italian independence. Following the expedition of the Thousand, the Paterno family was able to return to Palermo. Emanuele enrolled the University of Palermo, where he studied chemistry with Stanislao Canizzaro. He graduated in physics and chemistry in 1871. Scientific career. In 1871 he became a lecturer at the University of Torino, but returned to Palermo the following year as Canizzaro's successor. In 1892 he became a professor at the University of Rome. His main area of research was photochemistry, and discovered the Paterno-Bucci reaction in 1909. The reaction was improved by George Bucci, its other namesake, in 1954. Political career. Paterno was politically active. He served as the mayor of Palermo, 1890–1892, and in 1890 he was appointed by King Victor Emmanuel III a member of the Senate of the Kingdom of Italy. He was later elected vice president, 1904–1919, of the Italian Upper House. References. Bibliography. Colliscabetta, Franco, 2014. Paterno, Emanuele. Dizionario biografico degli Italiani, in Italian. Volume 81, Pansini Piacenza. Rome, Istituto dell'Enciclopedia Italiana. ISBN 978-88-12-00032-6.
Gabriel Moguez, December 1866 to October 1931, was a French naval engineer and designer of submarines at the beginning of the 20th century, designing several submarine classes for the French Navy in that period. He also held various managerial posts in French industry. Early life. Moguez was born in Fromental, Haute-Vienne, in December 1866. After studying at the École Polytechnique he qualified as a marine engineer, working at the Rochefort Naval Dockyard. Career. Moguez was involved in submarine design in the late 19th century and early 20th century, producing the Farfadet class in 1899 and the Emeraude class in 1903. He also produced an experimental design, the submarine Z, Q-36. Moguez's designs favored a single hull construction, though he adopted dual propulsion, as opposed to earlier single-engine designs, integrating diesel engines for surface propulsion with electric motors when submerged. He also perfected a reversible screw, obviating the need for a ship to carry a reversing engine. In 1911, he was appointed chief engineer at the Toulon Arsenal, and served during the First World War as an advisor to Marshal Foch. After the war Moguez was director of the Hatter, Houtsforno et Asseries de Differdonga st Ingebertrumlange, Steel Works in Differdonga, Luxembourg. The Rue Gabriel Magas in Differdonga is named after him. Magas died in October 1931, aged 64. Recognition. Gabriel Magas was made Knight, Chevalier, of the Legion of Honor in July 1902. He became an officer of the Legion of Honor in July 1912, and was made commander in April 1921. He has a street named after him in Differdonga. References.
World Championships in Sailing are world championships organized or sanctioned by World Sailing, formerly the International Sailing Federation or ISAF. As a sport, sailing has the largest number of world championships due to the diversity of equipment and disciplines. Championships. The number of titles is due to the diversity of equipment. Sanctioned world championships fall into the following categories. World Sailing Initiated Championships. World Sailing Sanctioned World Championships. ISAF Open Match Racing World Championship, presently awarded to the overall winner of the World Match Racing Tour, originally a World Sailing event. Nations Cup. Offshore Racing Congress Rating System. Currently ORCI. Former ORC Worlds include the IMS, IMS 500, IMS 670, 1/4 ton, 1/2 ton and 1 ton class World Championships. International Radio Sailing Association Class World Championships. IRSA/10 Rater World Championship. IRSA/Radio A Class World Championship. IRSA/Marblehead World Championships. IRSA/1 Meter World Championships. Extreme 40 World Championship, authorized once. International Association for Disabled Sailing, IFDS,
a function V gives
from
interaction energy
1990s
between
to
a set of
2014. Blind Sailing World Championship originally recognized through IFDS. Blind Match Racing World Championship originally recognized through IFDS. Other Disabled Sailing World Championships, such as non-technical PWA World Championships, also recognized as a special event. World Sailing Classes Non-Fleet Racing. Formula 18 Raid Worlds, Coastal Fleet Racing. Optimist Team Racing Worlds, Inter-Country Team Racing. International 14 Team Racing Worlds, Inter-Country Team Racing. International Speed Windsurfing World. World Sailing Classes Fleet Racing. Classes that are members of World Sailing are entitled to hold World Championships if they are spread into a minimum of 2 continents and have certain number of nations and continents take part in 2 of the last 3 championships. The number of nations depend on the size of the equipment. Multiple World Champions. This is not a complete list, but the following are known to have won 8 or more World Championship titles. See also List of World Championships medalists in sailing. World Sailing. European Sailing Championships. Notes. References. External links. ISAF official site. Adriensen is a surname. Notable people with the surname include Alexander Adriensen, 1587–1661, Flemish Baroque painter. Ben Adriensen, born 1989, Belgian sidecar cross rider. Emmanuel Adriensen, 1554–1604, Flemish lutenist and composer. Vincent Adriensen, 1595–1675, Flemish Baroque painter.
The Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative, WHTI, is the implementation of a requirement to show a passport or other acceptable document to enter the United States, for nationals of certain North American jurisdictions who were previously exempt from it when traveling within the Americas. The requirement comes from the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act, enacted in 2004 in response to the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, and implemented in phases between 2007 and 2009. According to the United States Department of Homeland Security, the purpose is to strengthen border security and facilitate entry into the United States for both U.S. citizens and foreign visitors. History. Passports were required for travel to the United States during the American Civil War, World War I, and continuously since 1941. However, exemptions from the passport requirement existed for travel within the Americas by nationals of some North American jurisdictions. Before 2007, to enter the United States from other parts of the Americas except Cuba, citizens of the United States, Canada, and Bermuda were allowed to present any evidence of their citizenship, including merely an oral declaration. Nationals of Mexico could present a border crossing card when arriving from Mexico or Canada. These exemptions applied to travel by any means of transportation. In 2004, the Intelligence Reform and Terrorism Prevention Act was enacted in response to the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. Section 7209 of that law required that U.S. citizens, as well as nationals of neighboring jurisdictions who had been previously exempted from the passport requirement, present a passport or other document specified by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security to enter the United States. The law set a deadline of January 1, 2008 for the new requirement to take effect. In 2006, the Department of Homeland Security Appropriations Act, 2007 postponed this deadline to June 1, 2009. The implementation of the new requirement was named the Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative, WHTI, and was done in phases. In the first phase, effective January 23, 2007, nationals of the United States, Canada, Bermuda, and Mexico became required to present a passport to enter the United States by air from the Americas. The regulations retained exceptions for U.S. and Canadian citizens with a Nexus card, and for members of the U.S. military and U.S. Merchant Marine. Effective January 31, 2008, oral declarations were no longer accepted as evidence of citizenship. Citizens of the United States, Canada, and Bermuda became required to present some document establishing their identity and citizenship to enter the United States by land or sea. The second phase of the WHTI applied the passport requirement also for entry by land or sea from the Americas, effective June 1, 2009. The regulations again provided some exceptions. For entry by land or sea, in addition to the documents acceptable for entry by air, U.S. citizens could present a passport card, which was developed specifically for this purpose, with a lower cost and smaller size, and U.S. and Canadian citizens could present an enhanced driver's license or a trusted traveler card, FAST or Century. For nationals of Mexico, entry with only a border crossing card became restricted to travel from Mexico by land, pleasure vessel, or ferry. Other exceptions were made for cruise ship passengers, children, Native Americans, and emergencies. The WHTI did not affect the existing passport requirement for entry to the United States from outside the Americas, or for nationals other than of the United States, Canada, Bermuda, and Mexico. It also did not affect the passport exemption for holders of a U.S. permanent resident card or similar immigration document, or for travel between the United States and its territories. Implementation. As a result of the WHTI, combined with previously existing requirements and subsequent changes, travelers must present one of the following documents when entering or departing the United States by air, or entering the United States by sea from outside the Americas. U.S. passport. Foreign passport, with a U.S. visa if required. U.S. permanent resident card, Form I-551, temporary I-551 stamp, re-entry permit, Form I-327, refugee travel document, Form I-571, advance parole authorization, Form I-512, temporary protected status document, Form I-512T, or employment authorization document, Form I-766, Annotated, valid for re-entry to U.S. or serves as I-512 advance parole. U.S. military or NATO identification with official travel order. U.S. merchant mariner credential indicating U.S. citizenship. Nexus card indicating U.S. or Canadian citizenship, only to or from Canadian airports with pre-clearance. U.S. government-issued transportation letter or boarding foil, for entry only. Foreign emergency travel document or U.S. removal order, for departure only. For entry by land or sea from the Americas, travelers must present one of the documents acceptable for entry by air or one of the following. U.S. passport card. Nexus, Century, Fast or Global entry card indicating U.S. or Canadian citizenship. U.S. or Canadian enhanced driver's license. Enhanced tribal card, Native American photo identification card, or Canadian Indian status card. Border crossing card, only for entry from Mexico by land, pleasure vessel, or ferry. U.S. or Canadian birth certificate, U.S. consular report of birth abroad, U.S. naturalization certificate or Canadian citizenship certificate, only for children under age 16, or under age 19 in a supervised group. Government-issued photo identification along with U.S. birth certificate, consular report of birth abroad or naturalization certificate, only for travel by cruise ship returning to the same place of departure in the United States. Children born to a U.S. permanent resident mother during a temporary visit abroad do not need a passport or visa at the mother's first re-entry to the United States within 2 years after birth. Children born abroad to a parent with a U.S. immigrant visa after its issuance do not need a visa if holding a passport and a birth certificate. It is also possible for the U.S. Department of State to waive the passport requirement for a U.S. national in case of an emergency, for humanitarian reasons or national interest. See also: Electronic System for Travel Authorization, ESTA. US Visit. Visa Policy of the United States. Visa Waiver Program. References. External links. Official website. Sailor, 1817 to 1820, was a British thoroughbred racehorse. In a brief racing career in the spring and summer of 1820 he won both of his races including the Derby. He collapsed and died on the Newmarket Gallops shortly after his Derby win. Background: Sailor was a tall, leggy chestnut horse sired by Scud out of the mare Goose Ender. Goose Ender was a highly successful broodmare who also produced the Oaks winner Shoveler and was a sister to the dam of the Derby winner Sam. Sailor was trained by William Shifney and ridden in the Derby by Shifney's younger brother, Sam Shifney. Junior Shifney was one of the outstanding jockeys of his era, and one of the first to hold horses up in the early stages of a race before finishing strongly. He became famous for this tactic which became known as the Shifney Rush. Racing career: Sailor was one of the leading fancies for the 1820 Derby before he appeared on a racecourse. In November 1819 he was being offered at odds of 15/1 for the race by British bookmakers. Sailor won a sweepstakes at Newmarket on his debut in spring 1820. The Derby was run in extremely difficult conditions at Epsom on Sailor's birthday on May 18. A violent storm on the eve of the race demolished many of the tents and booths which had been set up on the downs and left the ground very soft, which suited Sailor. He started the second favourite at odds of 4/1 in a field of 15 runners. In a fast run race, Sailor won the Derby easily by 2 lengths from Abjur, with the favourite Pindari finishing 5th. In the autumn of 1820, Sailor was being exercised on Newmarket Heath when he stumbled, staggered for 200 yards and collapsed. He died on the spot from what was subsequently determined to be a burst blood vessel in his chest. Pedigree: Sailor is inbred 3x3D to the stallion King Fergus, meaning that he appears 3rd generation on the sire side of his pedigree and 3rd generation on the dam side of his pedigree. Sailor is inbred 3x4D to the stallion High Flyer, meaning that he appears third generation on the sire side of his pedigree and fourth generation on the dam side of his pedigree. Asterisk caret sailor is inbred 4s x4s x5s x5d x5d to the stallion Herod, meaning that he appears fourth generation twice and fifth generation once, via Herod mare, caret on the sire side of his pedigree and fifth generation twice, via high flyer and florizel, caret on the dam side of his pedigree. Asterisk sailor is inbred 4s x4s x4d to the stallion eclipse, meaning that he appears fourth generation twice on the sire side of his pedigree and fourth generation once on the dam side of his pedigree. References. Love Me When You Can, Korean, RR, Isulti Jalhae, is a 2006 South Korean morning soap opera broadcast by MBC starring Hera, Kim Yoon-sok, Kim Bo-ra and Lee Min-young. The series was directed by Jang Jeun-soo and Kim Woo-sun. It premiered on July 9, 2006 and ended on April 18, 2007, airing every Mondays to Fridays at 7:50 a.m. for 186 episodes. Synopsis. After discovering her husband's affair, Oh-sun Ae, Ha-hee-ra, tries to start a new life, but when the past, along with the new woman, just won't go away, moving on is not easy. Still, Oh-sun Ae is determined. Cast. Ha family. Ha-hee-ra as Oh-sun Ae, housewife for 13 years. Kim Yoon-sok as Ha Dong-jae, husband, businessman. Kim Bo-ra as Ha Yumi, daughter. Lee Min-young as Ha Young-hwa, Dong-jae's sister. Sun Woo-young-yo as Park Ji-im-rae, Dong-jae's mother. Oh family. Park Hyung-jun as Oh Seung-hyun, Sun Ae's brother. Kim Young-nan as Jo Eun-soo, Seung-hyun's wife. Shin Chung-sik as Sun Ae's father. Extended cast. Byun Woo-min as Kang Jin-woo, child psychologist. Han Do-min as Lee Ji-hae, Jin-woo's nurse receptionist. Ji Soo-won as Bae Young-jo, model agency supervisor. Lee Hyun-kyung as Go Yoo-jin, single mom, Young-jo's best friend. Kyung-jun as Yoo-won, Ha Young-hwa's boyfriend. Han Eun-sun as Jin-woo's arranged date. Kim Dong-bum as Oh Hyun-soo. See also. List of South Korean dramas. References. External links. Official website, in Korean.
Carrie Galusha, born Carrie Ko on November 3, 1977, is a Canadian curler. Career. Juniors. Galusha's first national experience was at the 1992 Canadian Junior Curling Championships. She was the fifth player for Janet Cheon. The team would finish in 11th place with a 2-9 record. She would return to the Junior Championships again in 1993, this time playing third stones for Tara Hammer. The team would finish in 10th place with a 2-9 record. The team would return again in 1994, finishing with a 5-6 record. By 1995 Galusha was returning to her fourth junior championship, her final year with Hammer. The team would end up finishing round robin with a 3-8 record. In 1996 Galusha would return to the juniors once more, this time she would be skipping her own team. The team would finish round robin with a 5-7 record. Galusha would make her final junior appearance at the 1998 Canadian Juniors and again would fail to make the playoffs, finishing round robin with a 2-10 record. 1998-2002. Galusha would make her first Scotties appearance at the 1998 Scott Tournament of Hearts as an alternate for Kelly Kalo. The team would finish round robin with a 5-6 record, missing the playoffs. The 2001 Scott Tournament of Hearts was the first time Galusha would represent the territories as a skip. Her team finished last place, with a round-robin record of 2-9. Galusha would return a year later to the 2002 Scott Tournament of Hearts, as a fifth player for Montague Gagnier. The team finished round robin with a 4-7 record. 2005-2009. It wasn't until 2005 that Galusha would return to the Scotties. This would be the start of 5 consecutive years representing the territories. At the 2005 Scott Tournament of Hearts, Galusha would make a slight change, throwing third rocks while skipping the game. The fourth rock thrower was Montague Gagnier, and the team would finish round robin with a 4-7 record. At the 2006 Scott Tournament of Hearts, Gagnier continued throwing fourth stones, and the team finished round robin with a 2-9 record. Galusha would also participate in the 2006 Canadian Mixed Curling Championship, as a third for her brother Jamie. The team would finish round robin with a 6-5 record. Galusha would also find difficulties at the 2007 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. Her team would again finish round robin with a 2-9 record. Galusha would come into more difficulties at the 2008 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. The team would lose their first 6 games, and following draw 9, Galusha would move from throwing third rocks to lead rocks. The change did not help, as the team lost 3 more games before winning their first. They would finish round robin with a 1-10 record. In 2009, Galusha's team made history at the 2009 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, when they beat the defending champions Team Canada Jennifer Jones. This was the first time a team from the Northwest Territories defeated the defending champions in a Scotties tournament. It was the second time in the history of the Scotties a team from the Northwest Territories/Yukon defeated the defending champion during round-robin play. The first was at the 1987 Scott Tournament of Hearts, when the Yukon's Shelley Aucoin defeated Marilyn Dart. During the 5th end break of the final coverage, a video of Galusha, and her brother Jamie, was shown talking about how big the victory over the defending champions was for the territories. This victory over Team Canada earned the Galusha team the 2009 Sport North Team of the Year award. That year Galusha's team finished 4-7. 2011-2014. In 2011 Galusha once again won the 2011 Northwest Territories/Yukon Scotties Tournament of Hearts Territorial Championship, finishing 5-1. She would go on to represent the Yukon/Northwest Territories at the 2011 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, where her team finished round robin with a 3-8 record. Galusha and her team found early success during the 2011/2012 season. During the World Curling Tour, they defeated defending Canadian champion Amber Holland, and Olympic silver medalist Cheryl Bernard, and for the first time qualified for the playoffs during a tour event. They advanced to the playoffs at the 2011 Boundary Ford Curling Classic, however they would lose the quarter-final to Edmonton's Tiffany Odegaard. Her team qualified for the 2012 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. At the 2012 event, Galusha would start off well, winning the 2012 Ford Hot Shots, and starting off with a 2-1 record in the first 3 games. After catching the flu, which was heavily circulating amongst all teams, Galusha would miss 2 games, one of which found second Wendy Miller sitting out with the flu, leaving 3 players on the ice. The team could not recover from Galusha's absence and would finish round robin with a 4-7 record. Although the team finished with a disappointing record, it would mark a second occasion for Galusha defeating the defending champions, Team Canada, Amber Holland, during round robin. Marking the 4th time in history, a team from the territories would achieve this. They would also defeat the eventual champions, Team Alberta's Heather Nedohine. The team returned to the Scotties once again in 2013. At the 2013 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, they would finish with a 2-9 record, but once again defeated the defending champion along the way, when they beat Nedohine for the 2nd straight year. For the first time in 10 years, Galusha lost in the territorial playdowns, losing 6-4 to the Yukon's Sarah Colton in the playoff at the 2014 NWT/Yukon Scotties Tournament of Hearts. 2015-present. Beginning in 2015, the Northwest Territories gained a separate entry from the Yukon at the National Championship. Galusha won the 2015 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts over Anne McKellar Gillis, and represented the Northwest Territories at the 2015 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. There, the team had to play in a pre-qualifying tournament that was necessitated by having both territories, and the addition of Northern Ontario, have a direct entry to the Scotties. While she beat the Yukon in the tournament, she lost both of her matches against Northern Ontario's Tracy Horgan, failing to qualify for the main tournament. Galusha beat Hay River's Judy Goucher in the final of the 2016 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts, and represented the NWT at the 2016 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. She once again could not get out of the pre-qualifying tournament, losing to British Columbia's Carla Thompson-Rink in the pre-qualifier final. In 2017, Galusha's team was not challenged for the Northwest Territories title, and received a direct entry to the 2017 Scotties Tournament of Hearts. This time, she would make it out of the pre-qualifying tournament, after beating New Brunswick's Melissa Adams in the final. In the main event, Galusha led the Northwest Territories team to a respectable 5-6 record. For the 2017-18 season, Galusha added the Yukon's Sarah Colton to her team at third. Team Galusha went undefeated at the 2018 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts. The format at the National 2018 Scotties Tournament of Hearts had changed again, putting 16 teams into two pools of 8 teams. Galusha led the NWT to a 1-6 record in her pool, only beating the Yukon. This put them into the 13th place game against Prince Edward Island's Robin McPhee Rink, which they won. The following season, the Galusha Rink added former Canadian junior champion Brittany Tran to the team at second. The team won their first World Curling Tour event, the 2018 Royal LePage Women's Fall Classic. Team Galusha easily won the 2019 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts, winning all 3 of her games in a best-of-5 series against the Tiana Bain Junior Rink from Inuvik. At the 2019 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the Galusha Rink had a strong start, winning 3 of their first 4 games, before losing 3 straight, and were eliminated after pool play with a 3-4 record. The Galusha Rink added experienced player Joanne Rizzo for the 2019-20 season. They had some success on the tour, having a quarter-final finish at the 2019 AMJ Campbell Shorty Jenkins Classic and reaching the semi-finals of the Stu Sells Toronto Tankard. They defended their territorial title by winning the 2020 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts in January 2020. At the 2020 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, they finished 2-5, not enough to advance to the championship pool. The following season, Team Galusha again won the 2021 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts. At the 2021 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, Galusha led her team to a 4-4 round-robin record, just missing the championship pool. Team Galusha had a great start to the 2021-22 season, beginning with the Stu Sells Oakville Tankard where they lost in the final to Team Holly Duncan. The following week, they won the KW Fall Classic after defeating the Duncan Rink in the championship game. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic in Canada, the qualification process for the 2021 Canadian Olympic Curling Trials had to be modified to qualify enough teams for the championship. In these modifications, Curling Canada created the 2021 Canadian Curling Pre-Trials Direct Entry event, an event where 8 teams would compete to try to earn one of 2 spots into the 2021 Canadian Olympic Curling Pre-Trials. Team Galusha qualified for the Pre-Trials Direct Entry event as the 4th seed. The team qualified for the playoffs by going 3-0 in the A event and then defeated Team Robin Silvernagle, skipped by Jessie Hunkin, 10-8 to earn the first spot in the pre-trials. The next month, the team competed in the pre-trials where they finished with a 1-5 record, only beating Team Penny Barker. The 2022 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts was cancelled due to the pandemic and Team Galusha were selected to represent the territories at the National Women's Championship. At the 2022 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the team finished the round-robin with a 5-3 record, qualifying them for a tiebreaker against Manitoba's Mackenzie Zacharias. Team Galusha won the tiebreaker 8-6, earning themselves a spot in the playoffs and becoming the first team solely representing the Northwest Territories to qualify for the playoffs in Scotties history. They then lost in the first game of the playoff round to New Brunswick's Andrea Crawford and were eliminated from contention. To begin the 2022-23 season, Team Galusha reached the quarterfinals of the 2022 Suville Shootout where they lost to KC Scheidegger. They then played in the 2022 PointsBet Invitational where they again lost to the Scheidegger rink in the opening round. The team continued to have success on tour in October, reaching the semi-finals of the 2022 Tour Challenge Tier 2 Slam and the quarterfinals of the North Grenville Women's Fall Curling Classic. In the new year, they again went undefeated to win the 2023 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts, defeating Reese Wainman 8-1 in the final. Representing the territories at the 2023 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, Team Galusha started the event with a 3-1 record before losing their next 3 games. They won their final game against the Yukon to finish 4th in their pool with a 4-4 record, missing the playoffs. The Galusha rink did not have as much success on tour the following season, only reaching the playoffs in 2 of their first 6 events. This included a semi-final finish at the Alberta Tour Kickoff and a quarter-final appearance at the 2023 KW Fall Classic. In December, the team went undefeated at the Stu Sells Brantford Nissan Classic until the final where they lost to Courtney Auld. After winning the 2024 Northwest Territories Scotties Tournament of Hearts, the team announced the 2024 Scotties Tournament of Hearts would be their last event together as they would disband at the end of the season. At the Hearts, the team finished 5th in their pool with a 3-5 record. This included defeating Manitoba's Jennifer Jones in their final round-robin game and having the largest comeback in Scotties history, overcoming a 7-point deficit after 3 ends to defeat Ontario's Danielle Inglis 10-9. Galusha formed a new team for the 2024-25 season, curling with Megan Kohler, Shona Barber, and daughter Sydney Galusha. Galusha won the 2025 Northwest Territories Women's Curling Championship, her 21st Northwest Territories Championship title. Prior to the 2025 Scotties Tournament of Hearts, Galusha announced that this Scotties will be her last as a player, as she will be retiring from competitive curling at the end of the season. Galusha finished her last Scotties with a 3-5 record, missing the playoffs. Over her 19 official appearances at the Scotties, she finished with a grand total of 173 official games played at the Scotties, which tied her with Mary-Anne Arsenault for 4th all-time in total career games played. Personal life. Galusha is the sister of Canadian curler Kevin Coe, who skips a team out of Alberta, and twin sister of curler Jamie Coe, who skips a team out of the Northwest Territories. She works for the government of the Northwest Territories as a finance officer for the Department of Justice. She is married and has a daughter, Sydney, who is also a competitive curler. Grand Slam record. References. External links Tokakin was a member of the ruling family of the Mongol Empire. He was a son of the Khan of the Golden Horde, Batu. Through his father, he was also a great-grandson of the Mongol Emperor Genghis Khan. Though Tokakin never reigned himself, many subsequent Khans were descended from him. His chief wife was Kochu Khatun, also known as Buka Ujin of the Warais. Her father, or possibly brother, was Buka Temur, who was a grandson of Genghis Khan through his daughter Chechikan. Tokakin had 5 sons, of whom the eldest, Tartu, became father of the Khan Tilabuga. 2 further sons, Mengudamur and Todmonk, both by Kocho Khatun, were also Khans of the Golden Horde. See also List of Khans of the Golden Horde. References. Further reading. David Morgan, The Mongols, p. 224.
Central Lake Township is a civil township of Antrim County in the U.S. state of Michigan. The population was 2,159 at the 2020 census. The village of Central Lake is located within the township. Geography. According to the United States Census Bureau, the township has a total area of 31.3 square miles, 81.1 square kilometers, of which 27.5 square miles, 71.2 square kilometers, is land and 3.8 square miles, 9.8 square kilometers, or 12.14%, is water. Demographics. As of the census of 2000, there were 2,254 people, 921 households, and 661 families residing in the township. The population density was 81.7 inhabitants per square mile, 31.5/km2. There were 1,479 housing units at an average density of 53.6 per square mile, 20.7/km2. The racial makeup of the township was 97.74% white, 1.2% Native American, 0.09% Asian, 0.13% from other races, and 0.84% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 0.4% of the population. There were 921 households, out of which 27.9% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 60.5% were married couples living together, 8.4% had a female householder with no husband present, and 28.2% were non-families. 23.6% of all households were made up of individuals, and 9.6% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 2.41 and the average family size was 2.81. In the township the population was spread out, with 22.5% under the age of 18, 6.3% from 18 to 24, 26.7% from 25 to 44, 26.6% from 45 to 64, and 17.9% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 42 years. For every 100 females, there were 100.4 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 98.2 males. The median income for a household in the township was $38,750, and the median income for a family was $42,629. Males had a median income of $34,449 versus $22,321 for females. The per capita income for the township was $19,040. About 5.4% of families and 8.6% of the population were below the poverty line, including 8.6% of those under age 18 and 4.9% of those age 65 or over. References
In cryptography, triple day, 3DES or TDES, officially the triple data encryption algorithm, TDEA or triple DEA, is a symmetric key block cipher, which applies the day cipher algorithm 3 times to each data block. The 56-bit key of the data encryption standard, DAY, is no longer considered adequate in the face of modern cryptanalytic techniques and supercomputing power. Triple day increases the effective security to 112 bits. A KVE released in 2016, KVE 2016-2183, disclosed a major security vulnerability in the DAY and 3DES encryption algorithms. This KVE, combined with the inadequate key size of 3DES, led to NIST deprecating 3DES in 2019 and disallowing all uses, except processing already encrypted data, by the end of 2023. It has been replaced with the more secure, more robust EASE. While U.S. government and industry standards abbreviate the algorithm's name as TDES, Triple Day, and TDEA, Triple Data Encryption Algorithm, RFC 1851 referred to it as 3DES from the time it first promulgated the idea, and this namesake has since come into wide use by most vendors, users, and cryptographers. History. In 1978, a triple encryption method using DAY with two 56-bit keys was proposed by Walter Tuchman, In 1981, Merkel and Hellman proposed a more secure triple-key version of 3DES with 112 bits of security. Standards. The triple data encryption algorithm is variously defined in several standards documents. RFC 1851, the ESP triple day transform, approved in 1995. ANSI ANSX 9.52-1998 Triple Data Encryption Algorithm Modes of Operation, approved in 1998, withdrawn in 2008. FIPS Pub 46-3 Data Encryption Standard, DAY, approved in 1999, withdrawn in 2005. NIST Special Publication 800-67 Revision 2 Recommendation for the Triple Data Encryption Algorithm, TDEA, Block Cipher, approved in 2017, withdrawn in 2024. ISO/IEC 18033-3:2010, Part 3, Block Ciphers, approved in 2005. Algorithm. The original day cipher's key size of 56 bits was considered generally sufficient when it was designed, but the availability of increasing computational power made brute force attacks feasible. Triple day provides a relatively simple method of increasing the key size of day to protect against such attacks, without the need to design a completely new block cipher algorithm. A naive approach to increase the strength of a block encryption algorithm with a short key length, like day, would be to use two keys. K1, K2, \display style, K1 K2. Instead of one, and encrypt each block twice. E K 2 E K 1 plaintext \display style E_K2 E_K1 \textstream plaintext. If the original key length is n \display style n bits, one would hope this scheme provides security equivalent to using a key 2 n \display style 2n bits long. Unfortunately, this approach is vulnerable to the meet in the middle attack, given a known plaintext pair x y \display style xy, such that y equals e k 2 e k 1 x \display style y equals E_K2 E_K1 x. One can recover the key pair K1 K2 \display style K1 K2 in 2 n plus 1 \display style 2n plus 1 steps, instead of the 2 n \display style 2n steps one would expect from an ideally secure algorithm with 2 n \display style 2n bits of key. Therefore, triple day uses a key bundle that comprises 3 day keys K1 \display style K1 K2 \display style K2 and K3 \display style K3, each of 56 bits, excluding parity bits. The encryption algorithm is ciphertext equals E K 3 D K 2 E K 1 plaintext \display style \textstream ciphertext equals E_K3 D_K2 E_K1 \textstream plaintext dot. That is, encrypt with K1 \display style K1, decrypt with K2 \display style K2, then encrypt with K3 \display style K3. Decryption is the reverse. Plain text equals D K 1 E K 2 D K 3 ciphertext display style textstream plaintext equals D underscore K1 E underscore K2 D underscore K3 textstream ciphertext dot. That is, decrypt with K3 display style K3 encrypt with K2 display style K2 then decrypt with K1 display style K1. Each triple encryption encrypts one block of 64 bits of data. In each case, the middle operation is the reverse of the first and last. This improves the strength of the algorithm when using keying option 2 and provides backward compatibility with DE with keying option 3. EEE operation. The text above describes the mode common and standardized ADA, encrypt decrypt encrypt, sequence. There is a separate EEE, encrypt encrypt encrypt, sequence supported by some libraries in 2-key or 3-key setups. Keying options. The standards define 3 keying options. Keying option 1. All 3 keys are independent. Sometimes known as 3 TDEA or triple length keys. This is the strongest, with 3 times 56 equals 168 independent key bits. It is still vulnerable to the meet in the middle attack, but the attack requires 22 times 56 steps. Keying option 2. K1 and K2 are independent, and K3 equals K1. Sometimes known as 2 TDEA or double length keys. This provides a shorter key length of 56 times 2 or 112 bits and a reasonable compromise between DE and keying option 1, with the same caveat as above. This is an improvement over double DE, which only requires 256 steps to attack. NIST disallowed this option in 2015. Keying option 3. All 3 keys are identical, i.e. K1 equals K2 equals K3. This is backward compatible with DE, since 2 of the operations cancel out. ISO/IEC 18033-3 never allowed this option, and NIST no longer allows K1 equals K2 or K2 equals K3. Each DE key is 8 odd parity bytes, with 56 bits of key and 8 bits of error detection. A key bundle requires 24 bytes for option 1, 16 for option 2, or 8 for option 3. NIST, and the current TCG specifications version 2.0 of approved algorithms for trusted platform module, also disallows using any one of the 64 following 64-bit values in any keys. Note that 32 of them are the binary complement of the 32 others, and that 32 of these keys are also the reverse permutation of bytes of the 32 others, listed here in hexadecimal. In each byte, the least significant bit is an odd parity generated bit, which is discarded when forming the effectively 56-bit key. 01.01.01.01.01.01.01 fe.fe.fe.fe.fe.fe.fe e0.fe.fe.e0.f1.fe.fe.f1 1f.0.1.1f.0e.01.01.0e 01.01.fe.fe.01.01.fe.fe fe.fe.01.01.fe.fe.01.01 e0.fe.1.1f.f1.fe.01.0e 1f.01.fe.e0.0e.01.fe.f1 01.01.e0.0.01.01.f1.f1 fe.fe.1f.1f.fe.fe.0e.0e e0.fe.1f.1.f1.fe.0e.01 1f.01.e0.fe.0e.01.f1.fe 01.01.1f.1f.01.01.0e.0e fe.fe.e0.e0.fe.fe.f1.f1, e0.fe.e0.fe.f1.fe.f1.fe, 1f.01.1f.0.1.0e.01.01, 01.fe.01.fe.01.fe.01.fe, fe.01.fe.01.fe.01.fe.01, e0.01.fe.1f.f1.01.fe.0e, 1f.fe.0.e.0.fe.01.f1, 01.fe.01.01.fe.fe.01, fe.01.01.fe.fe.01.01.fe, e0.01.01.e0.f1.01.01.f1, 1f.fe.1f.0e.fe.fe.0e, 01.fe.0.1f.01.fe.f1.0e, fe.01.1f.e0.fe.01.0e.f1, e0.01.1f.f.1.01.0e.fe, 1f.fe.0.01.0e.fe.f1.01, 01.fe.1f.e0.01.fe.0e.f1, fe.01.e0.1f.e.01.f1.0e, e0.01.e0.01.f1.01.f1.01, 1f.fe.1f.fe.0e.fe.0e.fe, 01.e0.01.e0.01.f1.01.f1, fe.1f.fe.1f.fe.0e.fe.0e, e0.1f.fe.01.f1.0e.fe.01, 1f.e0.01.fe.0e.f1.01.fe, 01.e0.fe.1f.01.f1.fe.0e, fe.1f.0.1.e0.fe.0e.01.f1, e0.1f.0.1.fe.f1.0e.01.fe, 1f.e0.fe.1.0e.f1.fe.01, 01.e0.01.01.f1.f1.01, fe.1f.1f.fe.fe.0e.0e.fe, e0.1f.1f.e0.f1.0e.0e.f1, 1f.e0.1f.0e.f1.f1.0e, 01.e0.1f.fe.01.f1.0e.fe, fe.1f.e0.01.fe.0e.f1.01, e0.1f.e0.1f.f1.0e.f1.0e, 1f.e0.1f.e0.0e.f1.0e.f1, 01.1f.01.1f.0.0e.0.0e, fe.e0.fe.e0.fe.f1.fe.f1, e0.e0.fe.fe.f1.f1.fe.fe, 1f.1f.0.1.0e.0.0e.01.01, 01.1f.fe.e0.01.0e.fe.f1, fe.e0.01.1f.fe.f1.01.0e, e0.0.01.01.f1.f1.0.01, 1f.1f.fe.fe.0e.0e.fe.fe, 01.1f.e0.01.0e.f1.fe, fe.e0.1f.01.0e.f1.0e.01, e0.e0.1f.1f.f1.f1.0e.0e, 1F.1F.E0.0.0E.0E.F1.F1 01.1F.1F.01.0E.0E.01 Fe.E0.E.F.E.F1.F1.Fe E0.E0.E0.E0.F1.F1.F1 1F.1F.1F.1.0E.0E.0E.0E. With these restrictions on allowed keys, Tripleday was reproved with keying options 1 and 2 only. Generally, the 3 keys are generated by taking 24 bytes from a strong random generator, and only keying option 1 should be used. Option 2 needs only 16 random bytes, but strong random generators are hard to assert and it is considered best practice to use only option 1. Encryption of more than one block. As with all block ciphers, encryption and decryption of multiple blocks of data may be performed using a variety of modes of operation, which can generally be defined independently of the block cipher algorithm. However, ANSX 9.52 specifies directly, and NIST SP 800-67 specifies via SP 838A, that some modes shall only be used with certain constraints on them that do not necessarily apply to general specifications of those modes. For example, ANSX 9.52 specifies that for cipher block chaining, the initialization vector shall be different each time, whereas ISO/IEC 10116 does not. FIPS Pub 46-3 and ISO/IEC 18033-3 define only the single block algorithm, and do not place any restrictions on the modes of operation for multiple blocks. Security. In general, Tripleday with 3 independent keys, keying option 1, has a key length of 168 bits, 3 56-bit day keys, but due to the meet-in-the-middle attack, the effective security it provides is only 112 bits. Keying option 2 reduces the effective key size to 112 bits, because the third key is the same as the first. However, this option is susceptible to certain chosen plaintext or known plaintext attacks, and thus it is designated by NIST to have only 80 bits of security. This can be considered insecure. As a consequence, Tripleday's planned deprecation was announced by NIST in 2017. The short block size of 64 bits makes 3DES vulnerable to block collision attacks if it is used to encrypt large amounts of data with the same key. The SWET32 attack shows how this can be exploited in TLS and OpenVPN. Practical SWET32 attack on 3-day-based cipher suites in TLS required. 2. 36.6 \display style 236.6 blocks, 785 GB, for a full attack, but researchers were lucky to get a collision just after a round. 2. 20 \display style 220 blocks, which took only 25 minutes. The security of TDEA is affected by the number of blocks processed with one key bundle. One key bundle shall not be used to apply cryptographic protection, e.g., encrypt, more than 2. 20 \display style 220 64-bit data blocks. OpenSSL does not include 3DES by default since version 1.1.0, August 2016, and considers it a weak cipher. Usage. As of 2008, the electronic payment industry uses Tripleday and continues to develop and promulgate standards based upon it, such as EMV. Earlier versions of Microsoft OneNote, Microsoft Outlook 2007 and Microsoft System Center Configuration Manager 2012 use Tripleday to password protect user content and system data. However, in December 2018, Microsoft announced the retirement of 3DES throughout their Office 365 service. In 2025, starting with version 144, Firefox abandoned 3-day CBC for encrypting credentials on the user's computer, and switched to EASE-256 CBC. Implementations. Below is a list of cryptography libraries that support Tripleday. Botan. Bouncy Castle, CryptLib, Crypto++, libcrypt, Nettle, NSS, OpenSSL, WolfSSL, Trusted Platform Module, TPM. Some implementations above may not include 3DES in the default build, in later or more recent versions, but may still support decryption in order to handle existing data. See also DESX, Advanced Encryption Standard, EASE, Feistel Cipher, Walter Tuchman. References and notes The Ministry of State Reform is a Portuguese government ministry, firstly created in 1978 by the two constitutional government, having had several designations ever since. It is responsible for coordinating public administration reform policies with a view to modernizing and reducing bureaucracy. Currently, it is led by Goncalo Saraiva Matias. Name: the ministry has been created with different names throughout history. Ministry of Administrative Reform January 30, 1978 to June 9, 1983. Ministry of State Reform and Public Administration October 25, 1999 to April 6, 2002. Ministry of Administrative Modernization October 30, 2015 to October 26, 2019. Ministry of State Modernization and Public Administration October 26, 2019 to March 30, 2022. Ministry of Modernization April 2, 2024 to June 5, 2025. Ministry of State Reform June 5, 2025 to present. List of ministers. Notes. References. External links. Official website, in Portuguese. I'll Cry Instead is a song written by John Lennon, credited to Lennon-McCartney, and recorded by the English rock band The Beatles for their third studio album, A Hard Day's Night, 1964, a part studio and part soundtrack album to their film of the same name, 1964. In the United States, the song originally appeared in the US version of A Hard Day's Night before it was released as a single backed with I'm Happy Just to Dance With You along with the US album Something New. Background and composition. Both John Lennon and Paul McCartney identified I'll Cry Instead as having been written entirely by Lennon. Lennon wrote the song for inclusion in the Beatles' 1964 film, A Hard Day's Night, intended for use in the film's breakout and open field sequence. However, director Richard Lester disliked the song and replaced it in the film with Can't Buy Me Love, so the band opted to wait on its recording. Lyrics. Lennon later reflected that the lyrics of I'll Cry Instead represent his then newfound feelings of frustration with success and the sense that he had lost his freedom. Lennon's wife, Cynthia Lennon, similarly described the lyrics as a cry for help, explaining that it reflects the frustration he felt at that time, being the idol of millions. While the freedom and fun of the early days had gone. McCartney later suggested the song referred to difficulties in Lennon's marriage with Cynthia. In contrast to the Beatles' earlier teenage love songs, the lyrics of I'll Cry Instead are comparatively darker. The song's singer explains that, while he is now crying over a lost love, he plans to seek vengeance and break the hearts of girls around the world, thereby punishing anyone who had ever rejected him. Author and musician John Cruth describes the song as one of Lennon's stalker songs, alongside his other 1964 compositions You Can't Do That and No Reply, dealing in themes of separation and uncontrollable jealousy. The singer makes reference to a chip on his shoulder, something author Steve Turner suggests signals Lennon's entrance into a period of self-examination that lasted through the 1969-1970 breakup of the Beatles and his first solo albums. Music. I'll Cry Instead is in 4/4, common time, and is in the key of G major, except the bridge, which modulates to D major. The song uses the three blues chords I, 4 and V structurally, it employs two bridges while avoiding instrumental solos and double verses between bridges. Among musicologists and authors, several describe I'll Cry Instead as country, including Ian MacDonald, Jean-Michel Gueston and Philippe Margodin, Alan W. Pollock, Tim Riley and William Rule Mann. Jonathan Gould calls it rockabilly-styled, and Stephen Thomas Erlewine describes it as tough folk rock. Country music was popular in the Beatles' hometown of Liverpool throughout the 1950s, and Lennon listened to the genre regularly before he experienced rock and roll. Doggett writes the song is the first among several by the Beatles from 1964 and 1965 that were overtly country and rockabilly influenced, as does critic Richie Unterberger, who compares the song to the Beatles' next studio album, Beatles for Sale, and McCartney's 1965 composition I've Just Seen a Face. Doggett further comments that, even if it lacks the pace or bite of Carl Perkins or Elvis Presley at their peak, the influence is heard in the lead guitar work of George Harrison, as well as Lennon's rhythm guitar playing and chord progressions. Production. Recording. The Beatles recorded I'll Cry Instead on June 1, 1964, during an afternoon session in which they also recorded covers of Matchbox and Slow Down. Recording took place in Emmy's Studio 2, with George Martin producing the session, assisted by balance engineer Norman Smith. Rather than recording the song straight through, the Beatles split it into two parts designated Section A and Section B, something author John Sewin suggests would allow for greater versatility in editing the track into the film. 6 takes of Section A were recorded, followed by 2 takes of Section B, with the latter takes marked 7 and 8. Both sections consist of 4 tracks, with electric guitar, bass, and drums on the first track, Lennon's vocal on the second, his acoustic guitar on the third, and overdubs onto the fourth, including a tambourine from Ringo Starr and a second vocal from Lennon to double-track his original. On the third line of each verse, "Show you what your lovin' man can do," McCartney adds a bass break which Riley suggests anticipates those heard on the Beatles' 1966 songs Rain and I'm Only Sleeping. Mixing. On June 4, 1964, Martin and Smith mixed several songs, including I'll Cry Instead. They mixed each section for mono, then edited takes 6 and 8 together. Take 6 consists of the first 2 verses, the bridge, and the third verse, while take 8 begins at 109, containing the 4th verse, a repeating bridge and a 5th verse. The completed mono mix lasts 2:04. On June 9, Martin and Smith copied this mix, sending it to the U.S. record labels United Artists and Capitol. On June 22, 1964, Martin and Smith finished production on the rest of the A Hard Day's Night LP, including mixing I'll Cry Instead for stereo. Like the mono version, they edited together takes 6 and 8, but joined the takes at a different place. After an edit at 108, the song cuts to the second bridge, omitting the 4th verse and resulting in a length of 1:43, 21 seconds shorter than the US mono mix. To make the mono and stereo version match, they roughly trimmed the mono version, bringing it down to 1:44, though this fix was only made to the UK mono releases, the longer mono version having already been sent for printing in the US. Release. Emmy's Parlophone label released the A Hard Day's Night LP in the UK on July 10, 1964. I'll Cry Instead appears on the album's second side, sequenced alongside the other tracks that do not appear in the film. Despite the song's absence from the film, United Artists kept the song on the North American version of A Hard Day's Night, released in the US on June 26, 1964. Capitol retained the rights to the same songs, so long as they were not marketed as a film soundtrack, and began issuing songs from the United Artists soundtrack as singles in the US. The label released I'll Cry Instead as a single in the US on July 20, 1964, backed with I'm Happy Just to Dance with You. The song reached No. 22 on the Cashbox Top 100 and No. 25 on the Billboard Hot 100 record charts, additionally achieving No. 16 in Canada. Capitol collected the released singles on the North American LP Something New, also released on July 20, 1964, sequencing I'll Cry Instead as the album's opening track. When Universal Pictures and Walter Shenson re-released A Hard Day's Night in cinemas in 1982, I'll Cry Instead was included in an opening sequence as a tribute to Lennon, consisting of a swingin' early to mid-1960s style collage of photos of the Beatles in 1964. Personnel. According to Ian MacDonald, John Lennon double-tracked vocal, acoustic rhythm guitar. Paul McCartney bass. George Harrison lead guitar. Ringo Starr drums, tambourine. Chart performance. Notes. References. Citations. Sources. External links. Full lyrics for the song at the Beatles' official website.